I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing out there? This is Blame Your Brother, episode number 60, and we are so glad to be with you tonight. Hey, if this is your first time ever listening, thanks for checking us out. If you're a long-time listener, we appreciate the support, and don't ever forget, every Thursday we stream the show live on YouTube. You can go to bybpod.com/live. It will take you straight into the chat, and you can watch and listen to the show. So come join us. And the podcast drops every Friday morning on all podcast outlets. So there are three of us that come to you every week. I am 1/3 of that trio. I am David, a.k.a. D. Brew, voice of the people, Mr. 40%, Glenn Jackson, Nick Nickum, table for one, and I'm joined by the man to the left of me. He is my brother from the same mother. His name is Lee.
What's up? I've been called many names, but none more dear to me than Little Hubbard.
There you go. And I am also joined by our longtime friend, the guy who sits to the right of me every week. It's John.
Hey everybody, John here, a.k.a. Tico, a.k.a. Mr. Groupon.
A.k.a. the dog bark.
The dog barker. Mr. PTI and the madman.
They got John Tortorella, a madman. They do have a madman. Okay, he's a madman.
There you go. That's the three of us, and we will be talking to you for the next hour or so. And before we get started, every week we like to ask our legal team listens to past episodes, they take some notes, and then they offer us a chance to apologize or make a retraction about last week's show. Every week we start with the guy to the left of me. Lee, is there anything you said last week that needs to be clarified, apologize for, or retracted?
Well, they did send you they sent you a packet. I passed it on. I hope you got it. It was those summons about the mad pooper. They were wanting to ask you some questions. I don't know if they...
those must have went to another house in my neighborhood.
They said somebody had listened to the show and was reporting you in.
Well, that's odd because I'm a man and that was a woman, but that's fine.
I didn't want to be involved, man.
2017, anything goes, I guess. So is that it? Is that what you got to offer?
It wasn't me.
Okay.
The legal team.
I'm asking, do you have anything to offer? So no. Okay. All right, John, anything you said last week?
Nah.
You don't apologize for hanging out with Mr. Creeper?
Nope.
Okay. Are you sure?
That I got a lot of messages about that. That hit the funny bone for quite a few people.
Good.
So I gotta say,
I'm glad.
And
I don't think John understands.
It made people laugh. That's all I care about.
I said this week to someone, John is the Charlie Day of this show. You know, he's a wild card. You don't know.
Can you explain who Charlie Day is?
Charlie Day is from
at home.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
He's a crazy man on that show, and he's a wild card on the show. And it's like John on this show. You never really know what John's going to say. I said I'm like Dennis, and Lee would be like Max. So to me, that makes perfect sense for the Always and Sunny Philadelphia trio there. So there we go.
Okay, so I don't watch the show. So who's the other one? Mac,
yes. You should be watching. This.
I watched it a couple times. I couldn't do it.
I don't want to give any retraction. I do want to give a shout out to a guy that comments on our post all the time, and we have never given him one mention, especially on Facebook. His name is Adam Cox, and he absolutely loves this show. I mean, he was the one that said that was a funny bit, the video where John said he wants to hang out with Creeper. Go check that out last episode. He always shares the post and always likes it and always comments on it. So I just want to say thank you, Adam Cox, for listening. I don't know how you found the show. I think you found it through Decibel Geek. If so, thanks to Chris and Aaron for bringing a listener to our side. We appreciate it. I'm glad he's hanging out. Now, before we get started, I want to talk about a T-shirt fiasco real quick, and then we'll get into things. So I sent a T-shirt to Florida to one of our listeners. And I thought I'd send it to the right address. And I always check with people, and I'll be like, hey, did you get the T-shirt? Did you get the T-shirt? You know, because I don't want it to end up who God knows where. Well, the person, her name is Katie, said she never got the shirt. I was like, okay. So then I get messaged on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BYBpod, and it's a guy named Joshua. And he's like, hey, man, I got your shirt here. And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. He goes, yeah, I opened it up, and I saw it was Blame Your Brother. So I guess he Googled us, he messaged us, and he actually delivered the shirt to the person.
That's cool.
And I was like, well, why don't you give the podcast a listen. And so he said he was going to. So there you go. Another
If
way
you're
to
listening right now,
Joshua, if you listen, thank you so much for taking that shirt back. I know you could have kept it, and who would have known. And thanks for checking the show out if you are, and we hope you like it. So we got some great regulars in the chat right now. River, Robin, Sammy, many others. Want to highlight those. And like I said, come hang out with in the chat. But yeah, that was pretty cool. So any way we can get new listeners, I'm all about it. Any way possible.
All
right. So we got many things to talk about. And Lee, I'm just going to let you have the floor to start the show.
I thought we were going to talk about our weekends first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
Come on.
Lee, how was your weekend?
Are you slipping?
I'm slipping. I can't get up. I'm tripping. I'm slipping.
Yeah, I went to the Pilgrimage Festival one day.
Did you see JT?
I didn't. I wish I had.
What day did you go?
I went out Sunday.
So who? Ryan Adams?
I went to saw Mavis Staples, and then we stayed to listen to Ryan Adams.
Ryan Adams is one of my favorites.
5 minutes. I knew it. I knew he would be.
Mm-hmm.
You know that he does. So for people that don't know Ryan Adams, he has a history for like insulting the crowd. Like, well, let me back up. That's not fair. So you want to tell the story? I think you tell the story.
Well, he has a history of erratic behavior, and so he went and played at the Ramen here in Nashville, and he was playing a certain song in a Cookie Monster voice, and he played the song about 2 or 3 times in a row because he's a drug addict, and he was probably
yes,
high.
He is a drug addict for sure.
And he introduced the strokes to heroin is like the big thing, and he was like really upset that someone said that, but it's true. And what are you gonna? Anyway, so. I guess the crowd was getting restless, getting bored, and someone yelled out, "Summer of '69," because Bryan Adams done Summer of '69. And he stopped playing, and he goes, "Who said that? Who said? I want to know who said it right now." They pointed the guy out. He kicked the guy out.
Well, he refused to play until he was removed.
Until he removed the guy from the show. I mean, that is pretty ridiculous. I love his music. I don't know the man. Never sat down with the man. I don't know him like that, okay? I like his music, all right? So how was his performance?
So like I said, we didn't stay for very long. But when we first came up, there was like some kid that had gotten into a lift in the back of the crowd. This is like a huge festival, right?
Yeah.
Like 20,000 people. So there's this kid on a power lift in the very back, and Ryan Adams is freestyling a song about a kid in a lift, and he's like, "You have to come down from the lift. I'm not going to sing until you get down from the lift." And he did. He got down and he started playing.
I saw that on Instagram, actually.
Typical Ryan Adams.
Typical Ryan Adams. I mean, he commands.
I would do anything for cranes.
That's not even the right
Is that
person.
what he did?
Yes, John, that's the joke.
No, I mean, that was Meatloaf.
Oh, was
that's
it?
not even.
Yeah.
That's not even Bryan Adams.
I'm sorry, my memes are.
That's all right.
My memes are too big for you guys.
All right, so you had a good time, but you did not see.
Yeah.
You didn't see Eddie Vedder. You didn't stick around.
It was so. Here's the thing: like most festivals I've been to and would want to go to, they play at night, right?
Yeah.
But this is like a day festival, so they start playing at like 10 and it's over at like 7 or 8. So it's like it's like. Oh, I would have went and saw JT, but it was like it was one of those situations where I didn't actually buy the tickets. Like, someone had some and they didn't want to go, so they cut it off their hand, the wristbands, and brought it over.
They cut off their hand.
It's like a wristband.
Oh, I thought you literally meant they cut off your hand.
We were
brought
fraudulent.
you the wristband off. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
bleeding, man. Here's the wristband, brother.
That was what they did.
That's commitment right there, dude.
Anyway, Pilgrimage. I mean, it was cool. I wish I would have gotten to see some more acts, but it was really hot.
All right. So, I'm kind of jealous. I want to go to that, but I just didn't have the chance to. It's pretty busy myself. But, John, last week we teased that you were going to have a sleep test on Thursday. Tell us all about it.
Not much to tell. It was non-existent.
Oh.
Went to the doctor, and I mean they sent me like 3 weeks early. They sent me this big packet in the mail to fill out, and all this questionnaires about how I sleep and how I wake up and how often I wake up and all these questions. And I go in, hand them the packet. They ask me a couple of questions about the things that I filled out, and it's like, well, it says it right there. And they're like, okay, well, if these people don't call you in 2 weeks, call them.
There you go.
That's it.
Okay. Well, how do you sleep, John? Answer the questions for us. How do you sleep, John?
Oh, there's a lot of.
I have a
how
question.
often do you wake up with a headache? And I put always.
Did they ask you any like personal questions, like how often do you wake up? Excited.
He's asking, do you have?
They asked. There was a question on there.
I'm just curious. I don't know. I don't need to know the answer.
In the last 3 months, have you had night urination?
What, they didn't ask about a
Night
nocturnal.
urination?
They did not ask about nocturnal emissions.
No nocturnal emission questions. So that's
I was
what Lee
just
was
talking
asking.
about morning wood. Actually.
Morning wood. Did they ask if you have morning wood?
They did not ask about morning wood.
That's probably good.
So this test will happen later then.
I sure hope so.
All right. Well, there you go. Anything else that happened this week besides that non-eventful event?
Yeah. I went to one of those corn maze farm things. That's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you win?
Huh?
Did you win?
What do you mean? Did I win?
Did you get out?
No, I'm still in there. Yeah, I got out.
John's had a very polarizing week, man.
Yes.
He's a little on edge.
John and Lee, before this show started, are a little bit on edge with each other, so this should be interesting.
Anyway, so after
I thought it was a simple, fair question by Lee. I mean, it wasn't like a out the box question or anything. Literally, did you get out of the maze without any
asked him if he
problems?
won. He had a problem with winning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's so rare that I do that. Anyway. But anyway, so I had to work that night, so I went with my whole family, and so me and my wife left early, and my sisters and my nephews were still at the farm. When they finally did leave, they got in a pretty bad car wreck, and so my little sister has been spending the week at my house, and we've been kind of nursing her, and it's been less than fun.
I can imagine. Well, there you go. Okay, so that explains a little bit more then. Hey. Well, John, your luck's going to pick it. There's a great corn maze. I don't know if you went to this one, but there's one in Nashville that's Predators themed, the Nashville Predators theme. It's got like the Predators logo, a hockey player, and all this carved out, so it looks pretty cool when I saw it.
But I mean, you don't see the forest from the trees when you're there, do you?
No.
A lot of places when they cut out a specific design, they give you a map.
Do they give you like you can pay for a helicopter ride or something?
I don't think so.
No.
Well, I mean, it's cool to see from above, so there you go. Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How did you see it from above?
I saw that picture right there in the Nashville.
That is pretty cool.
The Nashville scene posted it. It's got a catfish, the Predators logo, a guy with hockey, the Batman building.
Section 303.
303. It's pretty cool. I mean,
compared to some of the other ones we were looking at, that one looks pretty simple, actually.
I don't know. I dig that one. What do you think, John?
Well, I'm just saying from a maze standpoint.
Yeah, from a maze standpoint.
Well,
yeah,
it's fine.
Like some well, that one's pretty close actually.
I've been to one that's been kind of difficult looking. It was in the shape of George Strait.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Hat and all.
Huh, wow. There you go. Good old George Strait.
Yeah.
All right. So
moving on.
Well, I hope your sister gets better, and I'm glad the kids are all right. And that's pretty tragic. Anytime you get into an accident, it's not a good thing. So hopefully they'll get better soon. So.
Yeah.
What did I do? I went to a wedding that was atrocious.
Just because you don't like dancing?
Yeah, I don't like people.
Why don't you like
apparently.
dancing? I didn't listen to your podcast. I apologize.
Well, I do a podcast. Thanks for mentioning it. It's called Dave is the Worst. You can go to daveistheworst.com and you can hear all about that experience. I just don't like to dance. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's that simple. I mean, I don't know.
Because you have to drive later?
What did the Beatles say? Maybe a lover, but you ain't no dancer, you know? I mean, so helter-skelter all around.
You're a helter-skelter.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
I think I'm starting to determine that I'm a bit of a tweener in life.
What does that mean?
A tweener is a guy that is not good. He's not bad. He's in the middle.
Oh,
so
okay.
today I was sitting at a HR. No, not HR.
I believe that.
No, I've done that. Yes, I've done those before. No, I went to like a IT meeting for a new program we're running, and these were the nerds of nerds. Like, oh, we're gonna get a database of the slide.
Can I just throw something in here?
Yes, go
if
ahead.
if you're ever in a group of people and you look around and they're all the same, news alert, you're one of them.
No,
you're one of them.
I normally don't go to these meetings.
I know, but you were there.
But I thought
you were there.
I'm kind of a nerd, but I hate nerds.
You're a tweener nerd.
I'm a tweener nerd. Like I don't really get along with the nerds, but anyway. So there we go. Yeah. So I went. What did I do? I don't know, man.
You hate dancing.
I hate dancing.
I don't understand it.
Went to a wedding. Went to some Cub Scout event where we got to shoot things, and that was about it. So
yeah, I saw some pictures of you training your kid how to shoot guns.
I was not training him, but they do need to be trained.
You were in charge of your kid, and he was there. training.
We'll get to that later.
Okay.
But anyway, all right. So that's it. Our weekends.
All right.
All right. So Lee
right.
wants to start the
Yeah,
topics.
I know you're not going to like this topic, but it comes full circle.
Okay, hold on. Healthcare?
No.
Okay.
So it's Trump though. It's Trump related.
Oh boy.
I want to point out to everyone that listens knows that you're a Trump supporter.
No.
But the reason you're a Trump supporter is because he's elected president and you feel like he should be given his due to perform, right? So this is what you've always said over and over again.
Right, okay.
And you've stuck by that from day one, so we all respect that. Everyone respects that, right?
This is a trap. This is like that corn maze right there.
But I found a way out, man. I found a way that you can finally divorce yourself from Trump.
All right,
it's amazing.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Go ahead. We're ready for the bit. Go ahead.
Your boy Tom Brady
has
come out against Donald Trump.
I don't think
you're free.
I don't know that
you can fly,
well,
bro.
We can talk about the NFL if you want. I mean,
you can fly. Your boy's giving you wings.
I don't know that I think at this point, if you're an NFL player, you have to say you disagree with what Trump said. And what Trump said was, he said, if I was an owner and any of those guys took a knee, I'd fire the son of a bitch, is what he said. Okay?
Something like that. I don't know that's
paraphrase,
a direct quote,
but yeah, it's close enough. And so what they did this past weekend was they all boycotted the national anthem in one way or another, locked hands, stayed in the locker room, took a knee, whatever the case may be. And then Tom Brady was asked about it, and he just said, probably shouldn't have said that, which I agree. He should not have said that. I've said this from the start. I said the big problem with Trump
his mouth
is his mouth and his tweets, and and someone should take his Twitter away from him. I don't understand why this guy still has a Twitter account, honestly. I mean, just use the POTUS one and stop it already.
I would say that's not his biggest problems personally, but okay.
I mean, what are his biggest problems?
His policies?
What are his policies?
Well, like, okay.
He'll make a policy, and then literally like 2 days later when no one's paying attention, he's just like, no, we're not going to do that
That's
anymore.
exactly my point. That's bad.
That's what I'm
that in
saying.
of itself is bad.
But the thing
that's worse than anything he's ever tweeted about or said.
But the thing that gets all the liberals fired up is that he makes these statements like, we can't have transgendered in the military. And then 2 days later, Petraeus, if that's his name, or Mad Dog, whatever his name
comes out and says that's not the way.
He says, no, we're going to keep allowing him in.
He's like, okay.
And Trump's like, okay, I'll allow.
But that's the point. The point is that, I mean, I don't really want to talk about Trump.
Well,
it was more of just giving you wings from Brady.
Brady's a lot like me. I'm going to read. It said, Brady, who has described Trump as a friend, said he has never one to say whether something is right or wrong. I do believe.
A tweener. He's a tweener as well.
If you said something stupid, I wouldn't abandon your side. I'd stick by you if you said something that's stupid or whatever. I mean, the big thing about this is now everyone is literally boycotting the freaking NFL. Like the left's boycotting the NFL because Colin's not playing. Now the right's boycotting the NFL because all the players are standing. Like they're in a bad spot right now. They're like between a rock and a hard place. There are dudes on Twitter who are burning their season tickets for the entire year because of all these.
Well, all the reports
incidents.
I saw said that the views was highest.
Don't burn your tickets. Send them to Dave. He'll dispose of them for you.
That's not the point, John.
Send me those tickets, please.
Yeah, just sell them to StubHub.
But they're burning them like straight up. So, I would say if you are on the right and you do want to boycott the NFL, that's the way to do it. Don't sell your tickets, destroy them, and have the seats be empty.
Don't ever watch another game.
Well,
don't buy any of the products that they advertise.
I love the NFL too. I don't care if those guys get down there and they take a knee, they don't, they do that. How does that affect my patriotism? How does that affect the way I see the world? I don't really care. Like,
well, some people just feel like if you disrespect the flag, you should be stomped out.
Well,
period. That's how they feel.
But those people are wrong. 100%.
But those are the majority of Americans.
Well, they're idiots.
They're the ones that
I don't think that's the majority of Americans.
All right, here we go. Let's just get this started.
No.
Oh my God, I am surrounded by idiots.
This might cause some controversy.
Idiot! To the idiot mobile. You idiot! You're an idiot.
Well, that's because you're an idiot.
If you, it's time for our Idiot of the Week, brought to you by David himself. I was going to go with B.O.B, but this is even better. If you're If you're a rich white man and you burned your NFL tickets to protest
I didn't know.
millionaire athletes on the field taking a knee for a cause they believe in, you're an idiot. Okay, straight up. I don't know what to tell you. I don't understand. Okay, John, tell me what you think about this national anthem thing.
I mean, personally, I don't like. I think the national anthem is a treasure.
Is a treasure.
A treasure. He's
I
like
mean,
Nicolas Cage.
But I mean, it was pretty good. Anyway, but I mean, if they want to take a knee, if they want to do that stuff, I mean, if I had tickets,
okay, what if you
I
were
wouldn't
on,
be selling those tickets. I'd be going to the game
okay,
still.
well, let's look at this. You're on the team. The team all voted. There was one guy that came out when the team voted for the Steelers, who came out when the team said they were not going to come out. If you were on the team, there's 53 guys there, and they all vote, say, we're not going to come outside. We're going to stand in this locker room as a protest. Would you go along with the group, or would you come out on your own?
If everybody else is staying in the locker room,
Yeah.
you got to be a team, man.
Okay. So you would agree with the group decision, even if you didn't particularly agree with it on the principle of its matter.
Just because I disagree with the principle, I might still stick with the team.
So if someone elected someone president, you didn't agree with necessarily a lot of the things he said,
you need to support that part. You're in the same boat.
Would that give you a reason to say hashtag not my president then? Aren't we in the same boat? Isn't this the same thing?
I agree
to me?
with you.
I mean, am I wrong on this? I mean,
every year that every time we have a new president, I mean, right after they're elected, man, I hit my knees and I pray that he's the best president we ever had.
Right.
Every single time.
I just think, like I said, this is a nation. It's founded on freedom of speech. And whether you like it or not, that's not really the point of the matter. If these guys want to take a knee, there's no law that says they have to stand up and do the anthem or whatever. I mean, would I take a knee for the anthem? No, I wouldn't, but I'm not feeling affected by this cause as much. When whatever you think of Colin Kaepernick, where you think he's sincere or he's not, sometimes it doesn't really matter. Now, I don't really know what at this point. I guess are they talking about racism? Because I don't know how this.
I think it started as racism, but it's
definitely
not
racism anymore.
Now it's more like the president.
Don't tell me what to do.
Like the president has a megaphone. Like everyone's going to listen to what he says.
But I've read,
and he goes after like this stuff was about to die down, and then to make it worse, in Puerto Rico, these people are dying, and he's not tweeting about that.
Hey man, I don't know. You set me up to say I'm a supporter of this man.
I was just
I'm a tweener, man. I look at what he does every day, and I like to judge what he does every day. This week, he shouldn't have said all that. I mean, he's got bigger issues to worry about, and I just think these idiots that are out there burning their tickets. Like, I mean, do you think they care, man? You already
they honestly care.
Well, number one, you've already bought the tickets, you idiot. So they're still going to get the money, and it doesn't really matter, right?
Well, no, I think it. Like I said, I mean, if they're never going to buy them again,
that's what they say. We'll see. And then they're burning.
So
flags
so let me take it to an extreme.
All right.
Let's say all the owners got it together and burned. Each had an American flag and burned it on TV or a YouTube video and released it. What would your reaction be to that?
I wouldn't be happy.
I mean, obviously they would never do that, but let's say they did.
Well, I tweeted this out, I believe, earlier this week.
Oh, really?
With the same kind of question. I think, would I like it? I don't like it, but once again, I don't think, that's their political. I mean, okay, here's the thing. If we all worked together in a job and we had a boss and we started getting there and getting rowdy and burning flags and he wants to fire us, that's his right to fire us.
Okay, but I said the owners.
The owners did? I would never boycott the NFL. I love it too. The only way I would boycott it if they just were all like, yeah, we're pedophiles and we just
we're pedophiles.
We rape kids.
We're pedophiles, Nazis, and tropical storms.
Yes. And we're all together before the game start. We're having big orgies and we're having a good time. Then I would boycott it. But besides that, it's just ridiculous. I don't even know, like, what is Trump up to? I still think these are smoke
I know
screens.
what he was. So I think for one, things that he say are gonna be taken out of context regardless. He was giving a speech in front of employers, and I think it was just anecdotal. He was just saying like, yeah, I would love to see in this country that if someone doesn't be patriotic, we fire his ass. Because here's the thing with Donald Trump, when he fires someone, they're fired, but they're still part of his family. Like if you look at all the political representation he had and all the people he's fired over since his campaign, these people are still heavily involved with him.
For sure, man. And
so it's just saying that's like him, like if you got fired, it would be different than if Donald Trump fired someone.
Yeah.
To Donald Trump, his idea of firing has just gone straight to his head, you know?
No, for sure.
But,
But anyway, I like I said, I don't think it's a treasure. I think it's a song. You want to stop this altogether? Just stop playing the song before the games. I mean, why not do that?
Well, you know, I heard a very interesting thing that the players actually used to stay back in the locker room, and that the United States military started paying the NFL like millions of dollars to make them come out, so that basically for like an advertisement. So what do you think about that?
Anything in politics is about money. I mean, if you don't think that's true, you're the idiot of the week. But
okay, so
I just think
no. Literally, the players are staying in the locker room for the national anthem, and then they're paid by the United States military to come out and salute it in order to elicit patriotistic attitudes. Like,
Lee,
basically, that's.
It's all an image. It's all what it is.
But like, no one's upset that they're using the flag and So here's the thing: people are upset that someone takes a knee, but no one's upset that they're using it for an ad.
No, because
they're selling it like as a brainwashing tool.
I don't think most people know about that. So that would be the first thing, and no one, dude. I just come back to these white guys. Like, I mean, what are they so upset about, man? What are they upset about? I'm just saying, like, you disrespected the flag, you hate this country, dude. Do you understand that the basis of this country is the ability to go out and take a knee? You're right, and it's their ability to not like it. But for you to boycott an entire sport you've liked your entire life, a team you've followed your whole life. Because what was the team going to do? You think, what's the owner going to do? Start shooting people the minute they come out and take a knee, with a blow dart or something? I mean, get out of here with this nonsense. The NFL, if they want to finish it, I just think it's bad. For me, it's bad business for the NFL. Like I said, you're really starting to polarize both groups of people. That's what's going to hurt them, in my opinion. Because, like I said, Black Lives Matter. A lot of people there, I've seen online say they're not watching NFL this year. I know a lot of white males, Republican, conservatives, they say they're not going to watch the game. So it's just bad business for them. They need to figure this out, whatever that involves, and get it over with,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I think about that. I mean, if you got anything else to say.
I just think the whole thing's ridiculous.
I do too. It's a non-story that is being pushed as a story. I think there's a smoke screen. And I think every time Donald Trump does this, there's something going on that we're not paying attention to. And it's going to come back in a year or two, and we're going to go, oh, that's what he was doing behind closed doors. That's what he was trying to get past. So just watch for that. So
if you disagree with us, you're wrong, Sammy. I'm sorry.
Well, a lot of them are, a lot of them fly the Trump flag, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. But I just think we all need to sit down with each other, have conversations, and stop this nonsense of I'm not talking to you because you're on this side. I'm not talking to you because that is not progress at all. That is the opposite of progress. If two people disagree, you should be able to sit down and have a conversation about it and maybe enlighten each other as to why you feel the way you feel. And if you don't understand why a number of black men in America distrust the police,
well, you're clueless at that point.
I don't know what to tell you, and a lot of people do, though. They're like, there's no racism toward black
But there's a lot of
people
people in this country that are just racist.
Yes, a lot.
And are proud of that.
Yes, one of the.
So, I mean, like, it goes deeper than having a conversation, but
no, everything starts with a conversation, though. I mean,
but it takes two to clearly have a conversation.
100%. I agree with you 100%.
I don't know.
All right. Well, let's hit the first story then.
What do you want to talk about? Did you see this one?
Well, let's go with the passing away real quick, where we can get out of the way.
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner passed away last night. You all know Hugh Hefner as the founder of Playboy, synonymous with the Playboy brand, the name. And when his death came out, at first there was a number of praise from celebrities and people that had been in the magazine. A lot of women were praising him, saying he gave them a start. Apparently, he helped the civil rights movement. He was hiring black comedians to work in his clubs. He was on clubs, let black men in, black women, I guess. He, basically, at the time when it wasn't really allowed. And then he pushed for the First Amendment, whether you agree with it or not. But he definitely published a magazine that was pushing the boundaries at the time. Him and Larry Flint, got a lot of, First Amendment things behind them for sure. That's another thing. Can you publish a magazine with women with no clothes on it? Well, at the time he did it, a lot of people thought no, and now we don't even really think about it too much, So to me, it was odd that a lot of people praised him because I figured, well, wait a second, there's going to definitely be a lot of people like tearing this man down, because the big thing about him, if we want to hit it,
Misogyny alert.
If we get hit with misogyny alert, he had to get hit with a misogyny alert every week. Well, anyway, somebody tweeted at us. User Shayzilla. You check her out. She has a blog and she does all kinds of cool stuff, YouTube stuff. But anyways, Shayzilla, SHAEZILLA. Here was her tweet to us. It said, Hugh Hefner wasn't a great person. He wasn't a hero. He wasn't a revolutionary. He was a misogynist who exploited women for his own gain. Okay, so
I tend to agree with most of what's being said there, just to a large part, but I'd be open to hearing. Obviously, I don't think you feel that way at all.
I think men, women, whatever, but men in this instance, I think no man you're ever going to meet is capable of all good or all bad. I mean, are there exceptions? Of course, Hitler would be one. That's the one everybody goes to. But I think this guy here, was he a misogynist? I mean, I don't even know at this point what misogynist means. I mean, the word is tossed around so much. Someone would have to literally give me a definition of what Webster's textbook, Lee's going to pull it up. What is the Webster's textbook's definition of misogyny?
I don't know about Webster's,
it says
Google.
Dislike of, contempt for, or ingrained prejudice against women. So we look at that.
Right.
Dislike. Well, I mean, I would say he did not dislike women.
Well,
can we all agree he didn't
dislike
women?
Okay, let me back up a second here, because
Okay.
I think I hear what you're saying with the textbook definition, but I think a lot of people would say, displacing women into their quote unquote lane, is a type of misogyny, that like using them as a non-human is a type of dislike and contempt.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's the argument people would make.
So he employed women to of their own accord. Now we got to look at this. He didn't force any of these women.
It's like the easy money. Like if someone flashes you a check, you're probably willing to forego your morals.
Well, a lot of these women say no. They wanted to do this, and this gave them the platform to do. I always ask the same question about like a Hooters restaurant or something. Is that a misogynistic restaurant? You talk to Hooters waitresses, they'll say no. They say this affords me an opportunity to make a lot of money, get through school, get through whatever I'm going through, pay my bills and things like that. And they know what the consequences are going into this job. It's not like they walk in and they go, hey, you're wearing this and you got to work here for 6 months. You got to know what's going on. So was this guy, was
he taking advantage of people? Probably no, I don't think so.
I mean, probably some of them, but
Yes,
who doesn't?
He definitely was.
We as men we've taken advantage of women in our life. We didn't have the stroke this guy had, but we've all been in a bar and told a whopper or two, probably to impress a girl, and then, you've been in relationships, you've been dating someone, you're kind of feeding them some nonsense. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I like that. Tell
us some stories.
It's untrue. We've
tell
all
us your
done
Hugh
it.
Hefner story.
Any first date is basically a big lie the whole time. You're lying the whole time about everything.
I don't feel like that's the foundation of a successful relationship.
Well, I said dates, my friend. I said dates.
Well, yeah. Why are you going? I don't know. Maybe people are different, but why would you go on a date?
Why would you go on a date?
Yeah.
With who?
Anyone.
Why have I gone on dates in the past? Because I was single and I wanted to go meet a woman, usually to hook up with them in some manner. What do you think people go on dates?
I was just going with the relationship.
John, no, I never really dated people to jump into relationships. I don't think. John, what do you think dating's about?
It's to see whether you mesh with somebody. I guess if you're going with what Lee's leading to it. I guess that's what he's leading to.
So let's define, was the man a misogynist? Lee, you say straight up yes.
I think he made a career out of it. I think he wanted to be known
as a misogynist.
Maybe that's not the word he would say, but yeah, he would say, I think his life is a testament to,
Do you think Pamela Anderson would look at this man as a misogynist? No way, right?
Have
do you think
what Pamela?
Do you think
Anderson
Jenny McCarthy? Well, I'm asking. Do you think?
Who cares what Jenny McCarthy thinks?
Brother,
Isn't she a vaxxer?
She knew him better than us.
But that's what I'm saying, Jenny. But these people are largely not the brightest of people, though.
What defines bright?
Like, here's the thing: if you're going to sell out your morals and your ethics for money, then
what morals are these? Your morals, or these John's morals, or were their morals?
I get it. I get what you're saying. But here's the thing: these women didn't get the money that he did. Okay,
Well, of course.
They got
He's
some.
the editor of the magazine. Of course, they're not getting the same amount.
Yeah, he took the chances, man. He was funding the entire thing.
But he didn't disrobe, you know?
No, well, I didn't want to see him disrobe. So
I'm just
thank
saying,
God
he
for
didn't
that.
do the work.
I mean, I love Playboy growing up. To me, as a young man, and I'm 40 now, so when I was coming up, I remember my dad had these magazines in the top attic of our house.
Here we go.
And
kids, if you're at home, cover your ears.
And I went up there one time, and I was checking out some of the magazine. I didn't know, and there were Playboys in there, and I was like in heaven.
If you're a child and a subscriber, just go ahead and click that unsubscribe button.
Please, if you're a child, I don't know why your parents let you listen to this, but anyway, yes, so I would look at those Playboys frequently.
Let's just not go into too many details.
I didn't say any details. This is before even that. That is just an interest of women in general. You know, I've loved women since the day I was born. So this was like, whoa, they don't have any clothes on. What's going on here? So
I guess like if he would have been there to like create a co-op for women who wanted to bring, I don't know what you would call it, nudity as an art form to the publishing industry, that would have been.
I think that's what he did.
Like,
Playboy
it wasn't I said a co-op.
Oh well, no,
co-op.
There were women photographers. There were women editors.
It wasn't a co-op though. He was reaping all the rewards for the most part.
Well, Lee, that's called.
That's the only reason the women were around him, because he had large pockets of cash and he was willing to hand them out on a
but
per diem
look at
basis.
the chances he had to take to build that empire. He didn't just wake up one day and say, "Hey, let's do a magazine," and everybody puts in money and we'll all divvy it back up out evenly.
So let's say that he was a pimp and he was prostituting women. Would you feel the same way?
Well, prostituting is against the law, so no.
But I mean, that he was definitely like you said earlier. He's known for like being in court and trying to, you know.
Okay, owners of strip clubs, are they misogynistic dudes?
Have you ever known like a morally upstanding strip club owner? I don't know.
I've never known a strip club owner. So
I think there's that one model that was like started a strip club because she wanted to create like a strip club that wasn't sleazy or something.
Well, are strip clubs wrong? That would be the second question you have to ask. I mean,
it
John,
comes back
you
to
fundamentally think strip clubs are wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but you think that pornography is okay? Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's a
I don't think it's okay. No.
So it goes back to what you're saying. Some people are going to be like not have a problem with strip clubs or prostitution or pornography, and some people are, right?
So do we celebrate the man or not, Lee? Yes or no?
I mean, he's a part of American history at the very least.
So was Hitler. What's your point? I mean,
celebrate him. I thought it was a little weird that you were on social media posting about how great the guy was. My knee-jerk reaction was like, what? Like, really?
A lot of people
Hugh
that listen to the
Hefner?
show loved that post. They agreed with it 100%.
Well,
John, no.
So
So you're saying no?
I've heard he's done a lot of good things. And I'm not going to judge everybody based on what my morals are.
Okay.
You guys drink. I don't.
Yeah.
I've never judged you, not a single time ever, for drinking, have I?
Not that I'm aware of.
No.
Yeah, maybe.
I have not.
Someone has.
I've never I've never been out hanging out with you, saw you pick up a beer and like, nope, I can't hang out with you tonight if you're drinking.
That's true.
No. And so, I mean.
But what if we were like pimping a woman out? Would you feel different then? Would you be like, I can't be hanging out with you guys right now?
I'd probably question what you guys.
So what if instead of a
was.
podcast, we're like, John, we're giving up podcasting and we're starting a nudie mag, bro. It's gonna be green screen. It's gonna stream on Thursday night. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
I'd bow out.
Okay. Well, there you go. You would judge us.
What if we had?
No, I'm not judging you. I'm just not partaking in
What
that.
if we had Hooters-clad women behind us the entire episode that just kind of stood there as eye
We're gonna do
candy?
the man show, basically.
Would you have a problem with that? I'm just curious.
I'd probably relate that question to my wife, see what she thought, and
well, it's a good
do
thing
exactly
she's in the
what
chat.
she said.
So there you go. Lee, would you be cool with that or no? That would cross the line
with doing the man show in the background.
Sure.
I don't think my wife would be okay with that, and it is her house. So
well, I think it's both your houses,
right? Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You think
so? Basically,
do you think that would fly?
I don't think it would fly for you. No.
Would it fly for you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if we did it at your house?
Sure.
What if your kids were watching? It's always a great line.
Here we go.
That's a good question. I've never thought of that.
Where's the clip? Where's the social media clip?
I generally wouldn't let my kids be part of the podcast or listen to the podcast, though. So,
But they have listened before.
For 2 seconds. They've never listened to an episode. And I think they know I do a podcast. They asked me the other day, does anybody cuss on the podcast? And I went, well, Lee cussed one time. And they went, oh. They did ask
Way
me
to throw Uncle Lee under the bus.
He's not telling a lie.
He dropped the F-bomb.
A couple of times.
Yeah. So I just think it's once again, we're going to sum up a man by one word or a couple words. I mean, a man's legacy, his life is so much more than one moment or one thing. And yeah, he did. Playboy is synonymous with his name, but you got to look at, he did do great things for civil rights. He did employ women at a time when they really weren't employed. He did empower certain women. And did he take advantage of women? Did he subject them to his standards at their eye candy? Yeah, he did that as well. And if you really want to go back to Trump, a lot of this push we have now is basically that's the push we have. You have the left over here, the right over here. The right's, wants to kind of go back to this where it's, no boundaries really. There's not a PC era. If women want to be nude in a magazine, that's fine by them.
I just think the problem is some people would, some people would say it was empowering and some people would say it was depowering.
Right.
So it depends, I guess, on where if you really think that Hugh Hefner empowered women, then yeah. He's a hero.
I would say he did.
But if you think he depowered women, he's probably a villain.
I'd say he did that
I don't
too.
really feel...
No, I think he did both.
I just don't think him as either.
Oh, no, I think he did both.
I think he's just a greedy man that wanted more things than he should have wanted.
I just think
he's reaching for everything. He wanted money, he wanted a woman, and he's going to do whatever it took to get it. And it's
well, he got
that type of greed
can
is
you blame him?
Yeah, I can. I will. That's me.
That's what we ask. We asked that question. I just think if we're going to, we should celebrate them.
No, if greed is what you celebrate, then you're not a good person.
I agree to celebrate every day in America.
Yeah, that's fine. I just said if you celebrate greed, you're not a good person.
Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Wozniak.
You can name more people. If
I can
they're
name
greedy,
them all.
It's not worth celebrating.
So we should not celebrate the triumphs and legacy of Steve Jobs.
Well, okay.
You're joking, right? Are you looking
Bill
at what
Gates,
we're doing right now?
The Bill Gates Foundation has actually sought to give back most
He's
of
still
his money.
rich.
So if you're comparing Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, Steve Jobs, was a horrible person.
Dude, if you go by per capita, I've given more to charities than Bill Gates has.
Yeah, John, but I got a couple pennies in a bucket over here. What?
So, I mean...
You're not going to save the world with a couple pennies.
If you're that rich, though, I mean, that's probably he probably reaped more benefits from being able to write stuff off on his taxes than he did by giving stuff away.
I mean, at one point, Bill Gates had more money than anyone in the world, I'm sure.
I just think you're not going to celebrate Steve Jobs. Are you joking?
For what? What did Steve Jobs do?
Change the way we process information, our phones, our podcasts we're doing right now.
Steve Jobs had nothing to... I mean, I'm not going to say he had nothing to do with it. But what you think Steve Jobs was really in his basement with a soldering iron making an iPhone?
Yes.
Baloney.
He was definitely over watching it. Yes.
When he was head of Apple had the most destructive business practices in the entire world.
He ran it. He founded it. It was his baby.
His idea was to freaking Chinese labor and all. Come on, man. He's part of what's wrong with the world.
Oh,
for sure.
Please.
I know. I'm a leftist. I'm a socialist. I'm a bad liberal, and I don't want to celebrate
You
Steve
said on the
Jobs.
podcast 2 weeks ago you couldn't live with Apple. You would not be able to remove Apple from your life.
I'm a tweener, bro. I'm not a hero.
Is that the
okay?
name of the episode, Tweener Bro?
The Tweener Bros.
All right. Well, anyway, I just wanted to get to that. I'd love to hear your comments. Hit us up at B.O.B Pod on Twitter and let us know what you think about Hugh Hefner.
Hero or villain?
Hero, villain, or tweener? All right, so okay, what else we got? I'm going to be using tweener for the rest of my life. I was just thinking.
I was just curious. Did you see where 50 Cent was offered $500,000 to join to do like a song for Trump, and he was like, "Nah."
Really, I did not hear that. That's interesting.
And in the news of continuing on with rapper news, what about your boy?
Yeah, so
B.O.B.
This upsets me for a number. Rapper B.O.B. has started a GoFundMe campaign to prove that the Earth is flat. Now, rapper B.O.B. has tweeted out many times he believes the Earth is flat. He launched a GoFundMe campaign. Why don't we go click on that and just see how much he was asking for and how much he got. Now this is an active GoFundMe to see. He wants $1 million. And it looks like he has raised only
Well, just for the record, I believe he gave $1,000 of his own money.
Okay, well, this is good.
Which is kind of like giving money to yourself.
But so in 7 days, he's raised $3,623 to, I don't even know what he's trying to do. I mean, I don't
know how that money is going to help him prove.
He's going to launch satellites.
This is so stupid. We can
He's
barely
just doing
You
it
could
for-
launch a satellite for $1 million.
No, you
I imagine
can't.
it would cost a lot more than that.
This guy's not a flat earther.
Yes, he is.
He's just trying to I mean, who is B.O.B. anyway?
He's a famous
Has
rapper.
He famous?
Oh,
for
yes.
like 5 years ago?
Oh, he still makes hits today.
Does
man.
he?
Yeah, he's
Does he?
He's got money, man.
Does he?
So he wants
But
to,
not satellite money?
So he wants to launch multiple weather balloons and satellites into space, which is going to prove what? He's just going to say the government captured those items and fed back some nonsense.
Probably. That's what I'm saying. He's just doing this for publicity.
Who are these people that think the earth is flat for real? Like,
Dummies.
for real, man. Like, we're in 2017, people.
I mean, there's people that believe vaccinations aren't real and are harmful.
That is way different.
Is it though? Is it?
Yeah.
It? Is it really that different?
Not really.
No, it's not. Like anytime you look at like and we're gonna find out several years from now, all these climate deniers are in the same boat. When our Earth has been destroyed by humans, and we look around and we go, man, we were really dumb. We were bobbing it. We were bobs.
John, what do you think about climate change?
We were bobs.
John, what do you think about climate change?
He's a denier. Let's face it.
I mean,
John is
what
a
about
climate
it?
denier.
Are you a denier of climate change or not?
Global warming.
Has man affected the planet where it is affected the weather?
I think that man has affected the planet and the weather, but I think that the world has a way of correcting itself.
Based on what though?
Well, I mean,
Like,
the
Is this like some spiritual stuff we're talking about?
no. I mean, and it's not founded on anything scientific. So I mean,
Oh, there you go.
well, I mean,
start you a
I'm
GoFundMe,
not,
man.
I don't care that much. I don't care if people agree with me or not. But I mean, the number of earthquakes and natural disasters are much fewer in this day and age than it was in generations prior to the technologies that we've had.
I have no idea.
I don't know. There's no. You're just throwing that out
I
there.
mean, I could say the sky is blue, and Lisa's gonna be like, well, no, if you da.
John, you're just like
Well, until you
What are
prove
you-
me, don't
okay, so-
don't throw me under the bus.
So at
until
least
you
give us
have
some sources. Like, where did you get this information?
Where is your source saying that you don't believe me?
Because I'm asking you for the sources. It's just logic. I don't.
Like I said, I don't
Like,
have
when
but I premise this by saying I don't have all these statistics in front of me.
So it's just a gut shot. You're like, well, when I was like 10, we had more natural disasters than we're having now. That's what I'm asking you. I'm just asking you where you got your information.
I'm saying like before automobiles and before. I'm not saying just like 30
so
years
before
ago.
automobiles, there were less earthquakes than there are now.
Earthquakes, volcanoes, natural disasters as a whole.
I mean, you realize that's like a statement that is going to be questioned, though, right? Like, it's not like
Feel free
if
to
you come
question
outside
it.
and say the sky is blue, that's probably not going to be questioned. But when you say like there's less natural disasters pre-automobile than now, that's like at least have like I read that online, like a Wikipedia page or this guy.
Wikipedia be worse than me just doing what I'm doing.
I'm just
So, like, where do you get your sources that he's basically saying that climate change is real?
Where am I getting it? It's like the NOAA people and my Instagram page, I guess. I'm just doing what I'm doing.
What do you say?
That's really reliable sources. That's great. I'm glad that's supported by fundamentally sound scientists.
So,
That's
but
great.
here's the thing though. If you talk to anyone, they have heard about this problem of global warming and they know that it's a very divisive issue. And there's people that deny it, and there's people that say scientists have proven it. It's common knowledge, right? Is this accurate? Would you say that? You've heard of this before?
John, have you heard of this before?
I didn't refute it.
I'm
I
talking-
agreed with the global warming.
No, he's asking. He's saying, have you heard of this before?
Yeah, but
Okay,
I
so we've
agreed
all
with
heard
that.
of it. Have you, David, particularly ever heard about the lower occurrence of natural disasters?
The lower occurrence?
Yeah, since pre-automobile.
No,
I've never
I have
heard of it
not.
either. That's what I'm like. You're asking me where I get my sources, and it's kind of common knowledge. That's all. Like the natural disaster thing is just new to me. I've never heard that before. That's all. Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go.
Whatever.
Anyway, so
I'll make a note to do some research on that. See if we can get some numbers.
Yeah, I don't know. Brandon's in the chat now. He said, "Why are we still burning fossil fuels?" I'll give you the hint. It's the government. So, he
money.
It comes back to money again. I think
I can partially agree with that.
I think that's the reason they deny climate is because there's not money to be made in saving the planet. You got to spend money. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's about that. I mean, I think there's so many people that make a buck off of fossil fuels, oil, gas, that their businesses would take a pretty big hit if we stop using those products, and they're willing to kind of make things happen ahead of time to prevent us using alternative fuels.
Only you can prevent a forest fire.
Only you can prevent the destruction of the earth. I just don't know. I'm honest about, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. So I know one side says one thing, one side says the other. Obviously, there's some truth in the middle.
The scientists are the ones saying it, though.
Well, I'm talking about...
the other side is politicians and rednecks.
Well,
yeah,
I've seen
I don't think these flat earthers are rednecks. I mean, let's be honest.
I'm sorry, that was really mean.
That was Lee, if you heard that.
That was all Lee.
Well, all right. So we can all agree Earth is not flat, though. And look, this thing's raised $3,000. Can you guys?
It's actually only earned 2.6.
If you listen to this and you're a flat earther, just give us your money. Just send it our way. We can get some more T-shirts. I mean, we could get a lot of T-shirts for $3,000, guys. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Don't give this millionaire your money. Why do the millionaires keep wanting money on GoFundMe? Hey, I'm directing a movie. I need more money. I'm Kevin Smith. I need you to fund me. No, you fund your own movie.
You know why? Because people give it to them.
Well, you're right. But hey, at least we gave back shirts to people, okay?
I mean, we've tried GoFundMe, man. We really wanted that Tom Brady tattoo. And
it just wasn't meant to be.
Wasn't meant to be, you know?
All right.
Yeah.
We got any more topics to kind of stand
I think we got a little segment called Dear John.
We're going to go flip on to Dear John. Here we go.
Dear John.
This week it comes in, Dear John, I'm turning 30, and I have had many relationships. Some of them lasted more than a year, but many have been short-lived. I have been engaged once and proposed to 3 times. It's a joke among my friends that I'm a serial dater, but I don't feel it's worth my time to sit around and be depressed about something that's not working out. I've been seeing someone now for the last 4 months, and I can honestly say I've never felt this way before. We complement one another in so many ways and have much to learn from each other as well. I am as in love with him as he is with me. My issue is no one around me takes it seriously because I have so many relationships and have loved so many times. I try to tell them this is different, but they brush him off as just another guy who will be gone with the wind someday. I don't want to take it personally, and I'm not usually the type to care about what other thinks. But it irks me because I am so passionate about this man. Should I try harder to make him understand or just enjoy the love that I'm in? From Lover in Pennsylvania.
Enjoy your relationship. My guess is these friends of yours, they're probably just joking. Let it go. If you're enjoying your relationship, enjoy your relationship. Have fun. I mean, if you love the guy, then love the guy. It doesn't matter what else anybody else says. And like I said, they're probably just jokes. They're probably just trying to mess with you, pick on you. That's it.
What is their complaint? I'm confused.
Okay, her friends are giving her a hard time.
I mean, get new friends then. Who cares?
Hold on a second, though. I think her friends might be onto something. She has been engaged.
Of course, because Lisa got to disagree with me.
Okay, well, tell me how many people. tell me how many people you know have been engaged once, never married, and proposed to 3 times. How many people?
I don't know.
How many people have you ever heard that about? Ever? That have even been engaged and not married. Like they got engaged.
I know a few.
They were going to be married.
People that have been engaged and not gotten married.
What happened?
They just realized they shouldn't get married, and so they moved on.
Well, and was it a
so
serial
basically
thing?
To her friends believe she's crying wolf because she's been in multiple relationships, and now she's saying, "Hey, this guy's the real one." And to be fair, I'm on Lee. I mean, if you don't like your friends keeping it real with you, get new friends that are going to be phony and lie to you. I mean, is what I would say. But they're keeping it real. And like John said, whether they're messing with you or not, there's a hint of truth in every joke that's ever existed on the face of the earth. So that's my take. Anyway, John, go ahead.
Sorry, John.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, but the thing is like, I can see why they're joking because she is only 4 months into this. And she's saying that she feels so strong
here we
about
go.
that guy.
From the chat. Robin, who is John's wife, says, I was proposed to 3 times in my life.
I mean, you can't really control how many times you were proposed
Did
to.
you accept any of those proposals, John? Did she?
She did at least one.
Oh, she's counting John as the one.
There you go.
Okay.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, I think she did accept another one, but it just didn't get to that point. I mean, she was planning on moving to Texas to be with one guy, but it didn't work out.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. I mean, I would just say whoever this person is, you just need to understand that your friends, if they're your friends, they are there for you, and they're trying to be there, and they're trying to be hopeful. But woman, you've been in like several relationships that you had probably told everybody was the one, and it never was the one.
What's the over-under? This is the one.
Oh, 10%.
10%.
You got to stop. Stop telling everyone this is the
it's
one.
Automatically 25%. And that's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Why is it 25% automatically?
4 guys total she's been proposed to 3 times.
Well, there you go.
And so this one including, that's 4. 1 out of 4 is 25.
Well, yeah, but that's still, you're giving credence that one of these has to work out.
No. I'm saying that in the best case scenario, this is 25%.
Yeah.
So I'm agreeing with your 10%.
Okay. Yeah, I may even go 5%. It seems like this woman has some severe father issues she's dealing with.
Oh, wow.
Through the men she's dating. And I'm going to bet if she was to contact us again, that her father he probably wasn't there growing up, or he was a bad father, or he was a piece of crap. Whatever the case would be.
Probably spent a lot of time in the attic.
A lot. Who knows? Looking at the Playboys. But I don't know. Just stop. Just stop telling everybody this is the one. I'm like John. Just enjoy it. You said that at the beginning, right? That's great advice. Just enjoy it. Stop saying it's the one.
Actually, who cares?
Mean, even though Lee disagreed with it.
If it's truly love, then who cares? No, what I was disagreeing with was
with John.
Her problem, whatever he says.
Yeah, we hear you, man.
We got you.
Look, man, I can't sit there and control what you say, okay, man? If you're going to say something wrong, I'm going to keep it real with you, okay? If you don't want to be my friend, go find someone that'll lie to you, like David.
There
okay?
you go. That's
all right.
There you go. All right, there's your dear John.
Hey, this ain't a new thing.
Exactly.
All right, so if you want John to give you advice, go to bybpod.com. There's a contact form, or you can even email us at bypod@gmail.com. All right, we're bringing back a segment. It's called Blame Your Selfie, where you women, I guess we're misogynistic because we're asking women to send us selfies. Is that right, Lee?
Is it just women? I didn't know, because a lot of the people in it are men.
Misogyny alert.
We're asking women and men, but mainly women do it.
Are we asking mainly women to do it?
John, we're degrading these women, aren't we?
We're horrible people.
Wait, I wasn't aware that we were actually mainly telling women to do it.
No, but women are the main ones. Pull up the list. Pull up the list.
Well, we have it on
look
screen.
Look at our screen here.
Lee, some of these people ain't been in the selfie club since.
But if you look at everyone on this list has literally hashtagged blame your
regular selfies in the blame your selfie club. Katie, female. Bethany, female. Bree Poe, female. Sarah,
some of the people you mentioned haven't posted in quite a while.
They have.
No,
Sarah Knightley, female. Okay, Jeff Skinner is a regular guy that does it. Sammy's a regular guy, and Michael Anthony. So I guess you could do the math. We're about to find out.
It's pretty even. If you count the 3 of us, the men are on top.
Do you
You're
really
not counting
count
us?
Man, that's kind of ridiculous.
On, man.
You can't count us.
Women, are selfies misogynistic? That's the question we're really asking. But anyways,
so you're telling me you wrote me into doing this selfie, and now I'm like putting myself on social media as less of a man?
Gotcha.
Is that what's going on here?
The long con paid off. 60 weeks in, baby.
Yeah, I don't even care.
All right,
I don't even care.
Hit the selfies. Let's beat misogynistic pigs. All right, here
and
we
the
go.
first selfie.
Well, selfie is Copper Top, who is a regular selfie. So ding, one female. And it says she's going on a road trip. Hashtag blame your selfie. Hashtag only girl. This trip is a sausage fest. Hashtag kidding, not kidding. Is that misogynistic, Lee? Is that
us to say that something is a sausage fest?
Yes.
I don't think that's no. I think that's the opposite.
She is like dressed up like a bunny. So
How is it misogynistic?
Misogyny alert.
All right,
Misogyny alert.
next selfie. All right, here we go.
Whatever.
This is okay. It's Michael Anthony, a regular guy. Ding.
Okay, but who is he adding?
Oh no.
Woman. There you go.
Michael. All right, it said he says this is he said this is the way I would celebrate National Cheeseburger Day. And he's eating a cheeseburger at Burger King.
Seems pretty straightforward to me. Moving on.
All right, here we go. This is TiVo and the Beard.
Two guys.
Are
you saying something about the guys that submit selfies too? I'd like to hear your opinion on that.
They're cool, man. Getting ready to upload tomorrow's episode. If it's late, don't blame me. Blame your selfie. That's this tweet's brought to you in part by B.O.B Pod. They're wearing our Blame Your Brothers shirts, and they record a weekly YouTube show. So go check it out at TiVo and the Beard. Go and follow them at and the Beard. It's great. Pop culture, TV shows, things like that. I enjoy it quite a bit. So, all right, here we go. Well, I mean,
what can be said?
This is Copper Top at
in a bathing suit
at Rose 262.
A two-piece.
The boat is amazing. Sure is. Having a great time by the pool. Hashtag cruising. Hashtag Royal Caribbean. Hashtag Oasis of the Seas. Hashtag vacation. Hashtag redhead. Hashtag blame yourself. Hashtag wow. That's a good selfie of the week. And she's in a what, Lee? What is she wearing?
I already said a two-piece bathing suit.
Okay. There you go. Yeah. So I appreciate that selfie. All right, here's Mandy, who's a regular female. This is submit selfies. It says early Halloween Captain Spaulding. Hashtag blame your selfie. If you don't know, that's a character from the Rob Zombie movies, House of a Thousand Corpses. And Mandy has been doing something where she is every day doing makeup for different Halloween characters, and it's, as you can see, it's really awesome.
Yeah,
so
really good job.
People love Halloween,
and that shirt is bloody. I just noticed that, so it's pretty funny too. So
it's like a blood bib.
Pretty good there. All right, here's John, a regular, apparently contributor, and it says, well, my son has apparently joined the ranks of people who don't listen to me. Hashtag blame the wife. Hashtag blame your selfie. That's
blame
John
the wife. Wow.
And his son. Getting bigger every week, man.
Yes.
Crazy. Here's Jeffrey Skinner. Lee doesn't like you. It says that workflow. Hashtag blame your selfie. Hashtag double chin. Hashtag scruffy at BYB pod. Is that misogynistic, Lee? Do you have anything kind words to say about my man?
You're the one
here?
that's saying if you're a male and you post a selfie, something's not right.
No, no, I didn't say that at all. Do you have any kind words to say about Jeffrey Skinner?
Jeffrey Skinner has the best Twitter game.
So you're not going to compliment his looks, but you'll compliment his Twitter game. That's misogyny.
Scruffy tag strong. Scruffy tag strong.
Misogyny alert.
All right. Next up, we got
Misogyny
at Brother to Blame.
Misogyny alert.
A little throwback Thursday when me and Mr. Hubbard, who is that? We're out at sea.
You don't know about Ron?
Thinking about picking up hashtag OTI.
OT3. OT3.
What is this nerd talk? What is this? What the hell's going on here?
I'm thinking about becoming a Scientologist.
Oh,
Hubbard. Ron L. Hubbard. Do you not
Ron.
recognize the
Yeah, Lee. I have a
the
poster.
Messiah?
I have a poster of him up in my wall. What are you
I do.
talking about?
I do.
I want to know Ron Hubbard if his dead body walked in here right now. Nothing.
Well,
against, hey,
Scientologists have the ability to leave their body even after death.
nothing against Scientology. We
He
love
might
you.
be here right now.
Yeah, he probably is.
We love you. All right, here we go. This is,
Are you playing some more golf?
at Dave is the worst. This is from last week. I'm out here looking for the real killers with O.J. Simpson. Someone send us more money. Hashtag
He's
blame
not
yourself.
resting until he'll find them.
Me and OJ out there looking for those killers, man.
I wish that were true.
I wish. Look at that golf glove, man. That's dope.
You like that, huh?
I like it, man. I kind
Yeah.
of look like a rich white guy burning my NFL tickets this week. All right, so that was the featured selfies of the week. Please indulge our misogynistic ways and send your selfie to us and use the hashtag blame your selfie, and we will feature you on the show and put some praise on you and laugh at ourselves in the process. All right, well, we've done the selfies. We've done advice. Now it's time for us to learn a life lesson from today's episode in the Major Key segment.
So let me give you a major key. Where is the key?
There's another key.
Drop in keys, baby.
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right. Every week we go back to the episode and we say, what is a great life lesson or a little message or something we learned from today's episode that would be good to put in a book and give to advice to people in the future? So what kind of stands out for you today? Anything kind of pop out to you, Lee? Anything?
Probably something like buy a car, stop a natural disaster. Oh. Something like that. I don't know. What are you thinking?
Wow.
Don't post a male selfie.
Don't be a tweener.
Don't be a tweener. I like it. I think that wins.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Don't be a tweener.
Don't be a tweener.
Is the key of the week.
The key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right, there you go, guys. That was an episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Time always flies when we do this. I can't believe it's already been an hour, but it has been. So what you need to do is go to bybpod.com. That is our website. That's where you can get all of our past episodes, get all of our social media links. We want you to follow us on all social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Please like us, share us, get us out there, get the word out there, because trust me, if you like something or share something, it really opens up the exposure for this podcast, and that's how we've found new listeners and found new friends. I consider most of you friends more than listeners. So really appreciate that. You can go there. All the links are there. Most of them are Twitter, Facebook, at BYBpod. And, go on there, engage with us, have conversations with us. I would love to talk with you. I'm the one running most of the accounts, so I'll be talking with you. But I would love to engage with you, what you think about the show, what future topics you'd love to hear us talk about. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you can watch us live every Thursday or whatever day of the week it is, if it ever changes, and watch all of our past videos. Sometimes we do special videos, and they're pretty funny, I think. You can subscribe via Apple Podcasts, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher Radio, and if there's any other out there we're missing, let us know. The important thing, if you shop on Amazon, well, subscribing to the show really is important. But if you're gonna buy anything on Amazon,
about that money, man.
Yeah, that's true. I guess the money is in the Amazon link. If you buy anything through Amazon, please visit our website first. Click on the Amazon link, and then you'll go back to Amazon. Nothing more, no extra cost, but we get a small percentage of the sales, and that really, really helps the show out. You can go buy a Blame Your Brother t-shirt. I'm telling you, if you wear one of these shirts, you go out, you will be a conversation starter. People will come up to you. These shirts have been incredible with stories I hear from people. That you go out, people will talk to you. They want to know where you got the shirt. You know what you tell them? BYBpod.com. Go buy your own. It gets shipped to you pretty quickly. Kevin Scampoli does our shirts, and he does fantastic work. So, and make sure to check us out on Radio Vegas Rocks. We're streaming there every Thursday. If you go to radiovegas.rocks, that's radiovegas.rocks. Check us out. They've got a number of programs. If you're sick of radio, go check those out, guys. Radio Vegas Rocks. They're also on the TuneIn app if you want to get them there. Great way to spend your day if you're at work and you need something to listen to and you've run out of podcasts. So there you go. All right. And you can also email the show. There's an email box there. You can put any email you want in there to send it to us. So if you want to make one up, be anonymous. And you can also leave a voicemail on the website or at our number 615-682-2236. That's 615-682-2236. Woo, that was a lot to say.
That's a lot.
All right, so
deep breath.
Is there anything I missed? Are we good?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
I guess we are good.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
You are fake news.